I've sat across from folks for over 25 years, heard countless stories, and let me tell you, divorce is a gut punch. It's like the rug's been ripped out from under you, leaving you reeling, wondering how you got here. The pain is real, raw, and it doesn't discriminate. Men, women, we all get hit hard, just in different ways. But here's the thing, staying stuck in that bitterness, clinging to the wreckage, it's like drinking poison and expecting your ex to die. It's time to stop poisoning yourself. This ain't about sugarcoating the hard stuff. We're going to dig deep, confront the pain head on, and find a way through it. You deserve peace, you deserve happiness, and by God, you deserve a life where you're not defined by the past. So buckle up, because we're about to navigate this journey from bitterness to harmony together. It's time to reclaim your life and write your own damn story. Divorce hits you like an emotional earthquake. 1 minute, you're standing on solid ground. The next, the earth is shaking, and everything you thought you knew is crumbling around you. It's overwhelming, disorienting, and it's okay to feel like you're drowning in it. The first tremor is often shock, even if you saw the cracks in the foundation. You're reeling from the finality of it, trying to wrap your head around this new reality where we is now me. It's like a bad dream you can't wake up from. Then comes the aftershocks, grief for the life you envisioned, the dreams you shared, the future you thought you had. Anger, resentment, even betrayal rear their ugly heads. It's a roller coaster of emotions, and it's easy to get stuck in the downward spiral. But remember this, your feelings are valid. Don't let anyone tell you to get over it or move on before you're ready. Healing takes time, and it's a process, not a destination. We often think of divorce as an emotional event, and it is, but it takes a toll on your physical health too. The stress, the heartache, the sleepless nights, your body absorbs it all, and believe me, it doesn't stay silent. Think of it like this. Your body is a pressure cooker. You keep piling on the stress, the anger, the resentment, and eventually, that pressure's gotta go somewhere. It might manifest as headaches, muscle tension, digestive issues, even heart problems. We see it all the time on the show. People coming in with a laundry list of physical ailments. And when we dig deeper, we uncover a wellspring of unresolved emotional pain, often stemming from a bitter divorce. Ignoring the emotional impact is like ignoring a flashing warning light on your car dashboard. It might seem easier to pretend it's not there, but eventually it's going to catch up with you, and the consequences can be serious. We've talked about the raw emotions adults go through, the anger, the sadness, the confusion, but let's talk about the kids caught in the middle. They didn't ask for this. Their whole world, their safe space, it's been ripped apart. One day it's mom and dad, pancakes on Sunday, bedtime stories. The next, it's suitcases, hushed voices, and a constant tension they don't understand. You see, kids are like sponges. They absorb everything, even when you think they're not paying attention. They pick up on the anger, the resentment, the bitterness hanging in the air like a thick fog. And you know what? They internalize it. They blame themselves. They think did something wrong to make mommy and daddy not love each other anymore. And how does that manifest? You see changes in their behavior. Maybe they start wetting the bed again even though they've been potty trained for years. Maybe their grades start slipping, they're withdrawn at school, or they're acting out in class. They're trying to tell you they're hurting, but they don't have the words. So you need to listen with your eyes open, folks. Pay attention to those silent cries for help. Don't underestimate the impact this is having on them. Their little hearts are breaking and they need your love and support more than ever. We've seen how divorce impacts everyone involved, especially the kids. But where does all this bitterness come from? What fuels this fire that keeps burning long after the papers are signed? It all starts with unresolved issues, folks. It's like a wound that never properly heals, festering beneath the surface. Maybe there was infidelity, a betrayal that shattered the foundation of trust. Maybe it was years of feeling unheard, unappreciated, like you were carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders while your partner checked out. Or maybe it's the constant blame game, the finger pointing, the refusal to take responsibility for your part in the breakdown of the marriage. Whatever the reason, these unresolved grievances become like poison, seeping into every aspect of your life. You replay the past over and over in your mind, reliving every hurt, every disappointment, every angry word. You hold on to this bitterness like a shield, protecting yourself from getting hurt again. But here's the thing, that shield is also keeping you from healing, from moving on, from finding peace and happiness. It's time to unpack that baggage, folks, to shine a light on those dark corners and start cleaning house. And now, let's talk about forgiveness. I know for some people, this is a loaded word. It conjures up images of weakness, of letting someone off the hook, of pretending everything's okay when it's not. But here's the thing about forgiveness, folks. It's not about them. It's about you. It's about releasing yourself from the grip of the past, from the anger, the resentment, the bitterness that's eating you alive. Forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting what happened or condoning bad behavior. It doesn't mean you have to be best friends with your ex or pretend that the pain didn't happen. It simply means choosing to release the negative emotions that are keeping you stuck. It's about acknowledging the hurt, honoring your experience, and then making a conscious decision to move forward. It's about choosing peace over pain, love over hate, freedom over captivity. You've gone through the fire, the smoke's cleared, and you're standing there looking around at the wreckage. That's what divorce can feel like. A bomb went off in your life, leaving behind a lot of debris, both literally and figuratively. It's easy to get stuck in that wreckage, to keep picking at the pieces, trying to put them back together the way they were. But let me tell you something, you can't put a broken vase back together the same way. The cracks will always be there. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just different. This is your opportunity to take those pieces, those fragments of who you were, and build something new, something stronger, something even more beautiful than before. This is about rediscovering who you are, independent of your ex. What did you love to do before the marriage? What dreams did you put on hold? Now's the time to dust them off. Maybe you always wanted to learn to paint, to write a book, to start your own business. Maybe you let your health slide, and now's the time to get back in shape. This isn't about forgetting your past. It's about using it as a foundation to build a brighter future. This is your chance to write a new chapter, to redefine yourself on your own terms. Don't be afraid to explore, to experiment, to step outside your comfort zone. You might surprise yourself with what you discover. Remember, this is your life and you are in control. So take charge, rebuild, and rise from the ashes stronger than ever. Now, let's talk about co-parenting. This is where things can get really tricky, especially if there's still a lot of anger and resentment between you and your ex. But here's the thing you gotta remember, your kids didn't ask for this divorce. They're the ones who are caught in the middle, and they deserve to have both parents in their lives, even if you can't stand the sight of each other. So, how do you do it? How do you co-parent effectively when you can barely be in the same room as your ex? It starts with one simple but not always easy thing: putting your children's needs above your own. That means putting aside your own hurt, your own anger, and focusing on what's best for your kids. It means being civil even when you don't want to be. It means communicating effectively, even if it's just through email or text. And it means presenting a united front, even if you're faking it till you make it. Remember, your kids are watching. They're learning how to navigate relationships, how to handle conflict by watching you. So, be the example you want them to follow. Show them that it's possible to disagree respectfully, to co-parent effectively, and to put their needs first, even when it's hard. Listen, divorce is a loss, plain and simple. You're grieving the end of your marriage, the loss of your dreams, the life you thought you were going to have. It's natural to want to fill that void, to numb the pain, to feel wanted and desired again. And that's where the rebound trap comes in. You're vulnerable, you're hurting, and suddenly there's someone new who's showing you attention, who's making you feel good about yourself. It's tempting, I get it, but jumping into a new relationship too soon after a divorce is like putting a band-aid on a gaping wound. It might cover it up temporarily, but it's not going to heal properly. You need time to grieve, to heal, to figure out who you are and what you want before you're ready for a healthy, fulfilling relationship. Rushing into a new relationship before you've dealt with the emotional baggage of your divorce is like bringing a suitcase full of dirty laundry into a brand new house. It's going to stink up the place. You're going to carry those unresolved issues, those unhealthy patterns into your new relationship, and it's not going to end well. Look, I get it. You've been hurt, betrayed, left feeling like you've been run over by a truck. You're angry and you want them to feel that pain too. You want revenge. It's a powerful feeling. That desire to get even, to see them suffer the way you did. But let me tell you something. Holding on to that anger, that thirst for revenge, it's like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. Holding on to that bitterness, it's going to eat you up inside. It's going to fester and poison everything you do. You'll find yourself replaying old hurts, obsessing over what they did, plotting ways to get back at them. But while you're consumed by that darkness. They might be out there moving on, living their lives. Revenge, it might feel good in the moment, like a quick fix, a way to release that pressure cooker of pain, but it's a false promise. It's not going to heal the wounds of the past. It's not going to bring back what you've lost. In fact, it often creates new problems, new wounds, and keeps you stuck in that cycle of pain. So, what's the answer? How do you move past that urge for revenge? It starts with a decision, a conscious choice to break free from that cycle of anger and resentment. It's about understanding that revenge doesn't heal, it destroys. Let me be crystal clear about something. Forgiveness doesn't mean being a doormat. It doesn't mean allowing someone to walk all over you or take advantage of your good nature. Forgiveness and boundaries, they go hand in hand. Boundaries are about protecting yourself, your emotional well-being, and your peace of mind. They are the limits you set on what you will and will not tolerate from others. After a divorce, it's especially important to establish clear boundaries with your ex. This isn't about punishment, it's about self-preservation. You've got to protect your own energy, your own space to heal and move forward. Boundaries are about saying, this is what I need to protect myself, and I'm not afraid to enforce it. Remember, you teach people how to treat you. If you're constantly bending over backwards, accepting bad behavior, and allowing your ex to disrespect your boundaries, you're sending a very clear message that it's okay to treat you that way. Divorce can leave you feeling like you've lost your voice, like you're just going through the motions, trying to pick up the pieces of your shattered life. But here's the thing, you are the author of your own story. You get to decide how this chapter ends. Don't let anyone, not your ex, not your family, not society, tell you who you are or what you're capable of. You have the power to rewrite your narrative, to redefine yourself, and to create a future that's even more amazing than you ever imagined. It starts with owning your story, acknowledging the pain, the anger, the grief, but refusing to let it define you. You are not your divorce. You are a survivor, a warrior, a work in progress. Remember, your past does not dictate your future. You have the power to choose a different path, to create a life filled with joy, love, and fulfillment. Look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Divorce is tough. It tears you apart, leaves scars, and sometimes it feels like there's no going back. But sometimes, just sometimes, there's a glimmer of hope. Now, I'm not talking about jumping back into a burning building. I'm talking about those rare cases where both people, and I mean both, have done the hard work, faced their demons, and are truly different people than they were when things fell apart. Reconciliation ain't for the faint of heart. It takes guts, vulnerability, and a willingness to confront the ghosts of the past. You gotta be willing to dig deep, to understand what went wrong, and to own your part in it. And even then, there's no guarantee. But sometimes, that glimmer of hope is all it takes to start a conversation, to rebuild trust brick by painful brick. Listen, divorce is a gut punch. It can feel like the end of the world, like your dreams are shattered and you'll never be happy again. But let me tell you something, the sun always rises. Even after the darkest night, the dawn will come. It may not feel like it right now, but you will get through this. You're stronger than you think, more resilient than you can imagine. You've been to hell and back, and you're still standing. This is not the end of your story, it's just the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter filled with possibilities, with opportunities for growth, for healing, and for finding happiness on your own terms. So pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and get ready to embrace a future that's brighter than you ever thought possible. Bitterness is a burden. Let it go. Your healing will not just save your life, it might save your children, your future, your legacy. From ashes, beauty can rise. From pain, purpose can emerge. From separation, restoration can bloom. Not always with the person you left, but always with the person you are becoming. You are not broken, you're being rebuilt. Text on screen. If this video touched your soul, please like, subscribe, and share. Let's help someone else move from bitterness to harmony.